witches.
Hi, hello, and welcome back to another not folklore
Cryptids.
episode. Thank you. Cryptid.
I mean, both of our cryptids this time do kind of come from folklore, but
Yeah. I was like, yeah, I was thinking that. I was like, well, technically folklore, but I mean, that's essentially what cryptids are.
yeah, they are. They're just like local stories and myths, which is literally the definition of folklore. So,
Yeah. We should probably rename cryptids to folklore and cryptids, and then the other one to mythology. But,
yeah, we probably should.
you know,
Yeah.
that's a lot of episodes to go back and fix, and I don't want to do that.
Well, we can always just do it for the new ones that we put on.
Hmm. It's funny how you think my mental health will let me do that.
Well, listen, I'm just saying we
As long
could
as
potentially do it.
we could potentially. Okay. Anyways, so we are going to talk about cats and dogs today.
Cats and dogs.
Essentially. My cryptid is it looks like it's cat Sith with the TH, like Sith Lord from Star Wars, but actually it is cat C. It is not TH, cat C. I looked it all over the internet. I looked for all the pronunciations, Scottish, Gaelic, um,
Come here.
Celtic, Irish, all of it. There's different versions of it, but none of them have the TH at the end.
I was
The
seeing that.
most, yeah, the most common one is Catsy. Um, and I feel like their A's, the way they pronounce their A's are a little different. It's not cat,
Yeah.
because I'm also near Chicago, or like the way I pronounce my A's is very Chicago-y. Um,
Chicago.
Chicago, Chicago,
Chicago.
Chicago. So I feel like it's very not right. um, so I don't think it's cat. I think it's like Kotsy, Kotsy kind of thing. Um, but anyways, so it is actually there's two different ways of it, but it's actually a fairy creature from Celtic mythology, um, which might be a mythology that we're going to explore soon. But he or it, I guess, is a fairy or a witch. That's just kind of the subgrouping that they're a part of. Um, they are also called the fairy cat. So it's said to resemble that of a large black cat with a white spot on its chest. Um, Legend has it that this spectral cat haunts the Scottish Highlands. The legend surrounding this creature is more common to the Scottish folklore, but sometimes it does occur in Irish folklore. Most common folklore suggested that Catsy was not a fairy, but actually that of a witch that could transform into a cat 9 times. Um, uh, we'll get back to that. There's kind of a story surrounding that. The Catsy may have been inspired by the Scottish wildcat itself. So the Scottish Highlands, you will actually see a wildcat. Um, and because of its size and the way cats are, many people in ancient times assumed that that was, that of a catsy. It is possible that the legends of the catsy were inspired by Kellis cats, which are a distinctive hybrid between the Scottish wildcats and domestic cats. These are actually only found in Scotland. Because the Scottish wildcat is a population of the European wildcat. Um, so they're only found in Scotland. and they're this cute little thing. It's a large black cat, basically, is what it is. It's like dog size. And it was actually found in 1984.
Chaos. Sir.
Chaos, it's his name. No, I don't know if they're saying that it's like they can, like, they have this in, like, they can find this because they're not saying it's extinct, but they're acting as if it is extinct. So I don't know.
Off what?
Struggling. But anyways, so again, Catsie itself is an all black large cat with the exception of a white spot on its chest. It's as large as a dog, and it chooses to display itself with its back arched and its bristles erect. So I wonder, just like Chaos. I wonder if this is where like the Halloween black cat comes from.
Yeah, I was just thinking that.
It does have a Samhain reference to it too, so that's pretty cool. The King of the Cats is a British folk tale that actually is similar to this. So a man comes home to tell his wife and cat, old Tom, that he saw 9 black cats with white spots on their chest, carrying a coffin with a crown on it. And one of the cats tells the man to tell Tom Tildrum that Tom Tildrum is dead. Old Tom then exclaims, "What? Old Tim dead? Then I'm king of the cats." The cat then climbs up the chimney and is never seen again.
Interesting.
So it's implying that the man's cat is actually now the king of the cats, or Catsith, or Catsie. Soul stealing. So the people of the Scottish Highlands did not trust this Catsie. They believed that it could steal a person's soul before it was claimed by the gods by passing over a corpse before burial. Burial.
Burial.
Therefore, watches called. Ooh, nope, didn't look that up. Watches called the Late Awake were performed night and day to keep the Catsie away from a corpse before burial. Fuck. Methods of distraction, such as games of leaping and wrestling, catnip and riddles, and music would be employed to keep the Catsie away from the room in which the corpse lay. In addition, there were no fires where the body lay, as it was said that the Catsie was attracted to the warmth. Very cat-like thing. I love that. On Samhain, it is believed that Catsie would bless any house that left a saucer of milk out for it to drink, and those houses that did not put a saucer out of milk would be cursed into having all of their cows' udders go dry.
Oh.
So, better be putting that that milk out there. He needs his milk, man. Being the king of the cats is hard work.
For just a second because I need you to know that it did not go away. It simply laid down.
He's king of the cats.
He
It did not
"Don't
go away.
show them, Mom.
Mom, I just want to be loved." I don't know what it is about all the cats right now, but your cats are
Dude.
being needy. My cat is being needy.
I know why this one's being needy. Because the baby's been here for the past 2 days, and
so he wasn't the baby.
He did not come out of the room.
My cat has been super needy. We took her to the vet yesterday. She had she had a shot. But like she went to the vet last week, or like a couple of weeks before, or like last month actually, not last week. Sorry, last month, and she wasn't this needy after the vet visit. But like yesterday and today, she has been like in my face. Like she tried to leave the apartment. She doesn't try to leave the apartment ever. She's tried to leave the apartment twice now. She successfully got outside the apartment door yesterday, and I was like, what the fuck? Get back inside. Uh, like, we came back from the beach, and Will's like, did you not see her? She's by the door. And I was like, no, that's why I was telling you earlier. She got outside earlier, and I had to quietly push her back in.
Yeah.
Like, she's been up my ass. If I'm not holding her, petting her, or like scratching her head, she's eating my hair, licking my face, or like trying to sit on me. Like, it, I don't understand. So, I don't know what the fuck is happening in the world, but I just know Mercury is out of retrograde. That has nothing to do
Finally.
with it. But, anyways. Ugh. The demonic Catsi, also called Big Ears, could be summoned to appear and grant any wish to those who took part in this ceremony. The ceremony required practitioners to burn the bodies of cats over the course of 4 days and nights. That's a very fucked up. I don't approve.
Yeah.
And then here's this little before when I was saying that like some people believed it to be a cat and not like a fairy. Or not a cat, a witch and not a fairy. Some people believe that it was actually a witch that could voluntarily transform itself into a cat 9 times. If one of these witches chose to go back into their cat form for the 9th time, they would remain a cat for the rest of their lives. It is believed by some that this is how the idea of a cat having 9 lives have actually originated.
I was gonna say that, I
Yeah.
wondered if that was like a correlation there.
Yeah. So some people believe that um this is kind of where the 9 lives theory came from. This is kind of where like the scary black cat for Halloween started, because this is kind of how it's, portrayed. Um let's see. But yeah, it's got what's it called? It's got, the Celtic, the Scottish Highlands mythology, and one slight little short fairy tale story kind of thing in like the British area, but not anything substantial, um, where it needed to actually like go anywhere. Um, but other than that, they're always talking about how like cats and funerals are always, doing this like it's like bad luck to see like a cat at a funeral. Some are saying, um, I don't know why or how, but some are believe that it has everything to do with the fact that Catsy likes to steal the souls. Um, so I guess if you see a black cat on the day of a funeral or near a dead body or anything like that, um, it's a bad luck. It's not good.
Huh.
Um, but yeah, this is like I said, I don't know if this is like if the animal is actually extinct or not, but for those who watch the YouTube, that's kind of the hybrid between the callus or the callus cat. So, but it's supposed to be big like a dog.
Kitty.
It's a kitty cat. But yeah. So that is Catsy.
Nice. And without even planning it this way, I happened to pick a dog spirit. Didn't even do that on purpose.
Yeah, no,
So
that was funny.
I literally today was searching. I don't know, I was feeling um, like I wanted to do something Japanese. So I found the Inugami, which is literally like it translates to like dog god or dog spirit. Um, dog spirit makes more sense based on the stories and the mythology around it. it has a couple other names, and the first one I'm probably gonna um butcher, but I think it's Ingame, and then the second one is Irigami. Um, it usually lives in like towns and cities, and actually these are usually like servants of wealthy families. So these spirits can be um, good, but they can also be really vindictive depending on the family that they serve and how they're treated.
I
Um,
mean, shit, me too.
right? So they're carnivorous, but a lot of the times, and this is why I say they can become like vicious and vindictive. A lot of the times they'll be starved on purpose, so they are more vicious. It's giving like dogfighting rings,
Oh,
um,
yeah.
but um, these ones are kind of like um, they're spirits of possession. So this is typically this creature or spirit comes from West Japan. Um, in public, or like if you're just walking down the street, an Inugami is going to look just like an ordinary dog. However, its true form is that of a desiccated, mummified dog's head dressed up in like ceremonial trappings, is what it says. And it's that part is kept safe and like hidden in their like in like a secret shrine in the owner's house. Um, they're very similar to kitsune, kitsune, yeah.
Kitsune.
Um, however, they don't live in the same type of environment. Um, so Inugami are typically in like big cities. Um, so apparently, powerful sorcerers were able to create these spirits through really disturbing ceremonies, and then they could use them for nefarious deeds. And then it kind of became a like, what in the hell?
Be like,
Chaos
Mama,
has
you invite the
something to say.
Inugami in here. Like, we don't like
Right.
that.
So anyway, Inugami are they're like a dog. They serve their masters loyally. They love them. They're loyal to only one person or one family, and unless they're seriously mistreated, they remain loyal forever, and they can be passed down from generation to generation. Um, so the technique for creating these familiars was passed down along bloodlines, and these families are known as Inugami Mochi. Um, and in these families, every member of the family has their own Inugami. And then if they like have someone marry into the family, then they get their own. And typically, these families that create these spirits would treat the Inugami like members of their family. Um, and so they would go out and do whatever their master or owner wanted. Um, but a word of caution to this tale: if the like a regular dog, if the owner um, gets too abusive or like neglectful, um, the Inugami will just bite them to death. So watch yourself. Karma kind of vibes. Um,
Just feed your
but
animals, man.
right. And with the same thing, I feel like this is one of those like morality tales, because Inugami were created to bring wealth and prosperity to their families, and if they're treated nicely and taken care of and everything, they do. However, sometimes they can cause a family to fall into ruin, usually because they were not treated well. So again, karma. So
I was a bitch. Should have known better.
these dog spirits can also possess emotionally unstable or weak people. They do this by they enter in through your ear and they just settle themselves into your organs.
Cool. That's what's wrong with me. Got it.
Right? You got an Inugami. So people who have found themselves possessed by an Inugami um, usually have a lot of really bad luck. And the only way to get rid of one is to hire another sorcerer to take it out or to get rid of it. And it's going to take a lot of time and a lot of money because of course it fucking is. But signs of Inugami possession include chest pain, pain in the hands, feet, or shoulders, feelings of deep jealousy, and suddenly barking like a dog. Sometimes
Well,
the possessed will develop intense hunger and turn into gluttons. Um, and then people who die while possessed by an Inugami are found with markings all over their body resembling the teeth and claw marks of a dog because the Inugami is leaving their body when it dies. And not only humans. It's not just humans that they will possess. They will also possess cows or horses, or even inanimate objects. So just be prepared for that. And once they inhabit and like say they like um, possess um, your vacuum is no longer going to work after it's been possessed by the Inugami. It's going to be completely unusable and unfixable. So, you know,
I love the what is it called? Fuck. How versatile it is.
right. So even though they can do the possession, that's a type of black magic to send your Inugami to possess someone, and it's strongly frowned upon. Um, but if an Inugami Mochi family was suspected of cursing another family, um, they would be forced to apologize and basically exiled. They would have to leave their estate, be secluded from their family and friends, and be exiled. And then even if the alleged victim was cured of the possession, the accused and all of their offspring or generations to follow had to maintain that solitary outcast lifestyle, which is really shitty because like their kids didn't do anything wrong. They did it. So like why is the whole line being punished for that one person? But
But that's
whatever.
also a good what is it? That's a good I'm not saying it's like a good idea to use this, but like that is probably a way to show like, hey, look, we need to respect these people, or we need to do this, or we need to do that,
Yeah.
or like it could affect you later on.
Yep.
I mean, I'm also
Like
probably thinking too much into it, but
I mean it's kind of like it makes it a morality tale again, right? Like it's
yeah.
not just you that you're affecting, it's you and all of your children, grandchildren, all of them. Um so the origins of the Inugami, it's not known when exactly they were started being created, but I didn't look up how to pronounce this. The Heian period, which was about 1,000 years ago at the height of the classical Japanese civilization. Um, the practice of creating Inugami had already been outlawed, and they also outlawed like animal spirits as tools of sorcery. So you couldn't have like a spirit animal, or you couldn't use it in your magic anyway.
Mm-hmm.
So according to legend, this is how an Inugami is created. The head of a starved dog must be cut off. So typically they would do this by chaining a dog up just out of reach of food or burying it up to its neck so that it couldn't get food, and then cutting it off. And then they have to take this head to a crossroads and
It's
bury
always
it.
a crossroads.
So it is a crossroads. They had to bury it. And after hundreds of thousands of people walk over this buried head, um, it's going to add to its stress and cause the animal's spirit to transform into an onryo, which is a powerful, maleficent spirit, is what it says.
Onryo.
Yeah. So occasionally, supposedly, these severed heads would escape and fly around chasing after food, um, because they were starved and they're so hungry. And then after all of this happens, after they've been like transformed into an onryo, the you would go dig the head back up and you would bake it or dry it out and put it in a bowl. Um, it says enshrined in a bowl, so like you're mummifying it basically. And then it can be used as a familiar, and it will do whatever you say.
That's very
Chaos.
specific.
Can you chill for just a sec?
Mom.
He's hungry.
Oh, well.
It's time for dinner, but um, hi,
It's time
buddy.
for Dinton.
But yeah, that's the last thing that I have about the Inugami. So it was a real quick
I feel
cryptids.
bad for the Inugamis. Oh my god.
Right? They're really
That's
not
fucked up.
like how they're created is fucked up. Their lives are fucked up. They're basically slaves. Like
Fucking assholes. Damn.
bro, I know you're hungry. I'm gonna
Mom,
as soon
look
as
at
we're done,
he's like,
I will go get your food.
he's like, Mom, look at me, I'm fat.
He's so fat. Well, so we were actually looking
He's
at that the other
thick.
day. I think he might be part Maine Coon because he was um supposed to be he was sick when he was a baby and almost died, but he's technically supposed to be a long hair. His hair is more mid, but he's supposed to be a long hair. Um so I'm wondering if he's not like part Maine Coon because he's
Maybe.
also fucking huge.
He's just a baby.
He's fucking huge. Look at this.
He's just a baby. Actually,
Fucking
I did
huge.
a DNA test on Lily, and she actually is in fact
Sir.
not necessarily like half Maine Coon, but she is what's the word? It's in her bloodline somewhere.
Right.
So, but
All right.
until next time.
Bye.